Alright everyone, I am back to uploading videos. I know I've been gone for quite some time, and that's simply due to me running a crypto project right now, a community takeover known as MLG. You know, it's based off of the greatest meme era of all time, and we just dropped the best website potentially on the entire internet. So make sure to go check that out. I'm going to link it in the description down below, MLG.lol. I think if any of you guys have played the classic Call of Duties, you're going to have a blast just kind of being on that website. It's 100% 3D. I did all the work in Blender and then had a friend code it as well. So we worked together on that. We're not outsourcing resources for this project, and that's why it's just taking up so much of my time, and I'm not able to upload YouTube videos as much. Speaking of when it comes to YouTube videos in this channel, I threw something out in the Discord of like, hey, would you guys hate me if I started to upload some gaming content to the channel as well, to kind of tie in with the project that I'm running, as well as that's something I've kind of just always wanted to do. You know, I grew up watching Vanoss and all these different gaming channels that uploaded some funny moments stuff. That's kind of the style of video it would be. We got a group of people in Discord, and I'm sure we can put together some pretty fun content for you guys. So if you are interested in that, if you wouldn't kill me for uploading some gaming content, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if it's a bad idea or if it would be pretty cool to go ahead and integrate that into the crypto. I don't think I would stop uploading charts, especially when we got some volatile price action. I know no one else on YouTube really does this, but it could be 50% crypto, 50% gaming, and kind of interact with both niches there, because I think crypto is similar to gaming in a lot of ways, especially trading. It is kind of like a game. It's like a sport, right? So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Today is going to be focused back onto the chart so we can get all caught up with, since we have seen some price action that is a bit suspicious, right? It's a bit scary. Is the top already in for Bitcoin? And I had said like, yo, there's the potential, right? We've had a lot of top signals. It's not time to be getting over exuberant in the market. It's time to be getting a little bit more cautious. But at the moment, I'm still hedging on the side of we got higher to go. There's still more momentum in this market, and the final top is not yet in, and that means that the altcoin market has not had its biggest rally yet. The risk on assets, they'll have their biggest rally to come, and I think this big shakeout and a lot of those risk on assets was simply that. It was a big shakeout before that final run does take place, and I just want to simply compare this on a fractal basis to last cycle and kind of get a gist of where we are. So we came down here, tested the daily EMA pretty pixel perfectly, 2 pixel touches on that 50 daily EMA. We go to the hourly time frame, and what we want to see here is to reclaim this golden pocket, swing low, swing high. Tried to hold it yesterday, but did in fact fail. Came down, almost swept the lows, but we did not fully grab it, which is more of a rare structure. Normally, if you do come down, you're grabbing full liquidity, and if we compare it to last cycle, we're going to go ahead and look at where we do have the potential to actually sweep all of these lows, but that could be good. We'll see. I would say if we can reclaim the golden pocket, right, reclaim this, especially if we can reclaim the volume, we're going to be looking to potentially say, hey, that was the low, and we could potentially go back up to all-time highs, right? So we'll see if we can reclaim that volume. Jumping out here to the daily, you can see the volume profile a little bit easier. This is the 4-month as well as visible range. That's the main level we want to reclaim at around $97,000, as well as potentially just this whole cluster within here. So stretching down to around $95,000. I really want to get above that. That's sitting right within those Fibonacci levels. That would be a nice bullish reclaim. Until we have that, there's no confirmation to say we wouldn't just roll over and then sweep the lows like we did, in fact, do last cycle. So I'm pretty 50-50 on what's going to happen in the short term, but just based on last cycle, you can see we had a very similar structure here in February of 2021. Went ahead and marched up and then failed. And when we came down, we had some nice bounces here close to the daily EMA, right? We are already touching the daily EMA. So just based off that moving average, we would actually already be bottomed, and we should have already had the back test, and we have clear skies ahead of us now. So that could be a potential sign that we are already bottomed. But if we compare to last cycle, we did actually sweep these lows within here. We took them all out, and we have not done that yet. So that could be a sign that says, hey, maybe we are in fact going to do that. Structurally, it looks very similar, and these lows do look fairly similar as well. I don't think that would be the level to be swept, but definitely these in here look just a little bit more poor. All of these 4 lows right around the same level. There's going to be liquidity built there, as well as this break of the daily EMA might actually get a lot of shorts into the market. A lot of bottom shorters after you take out a lot of long positions is good catalyst for bottoms coming in. But yeah, either way, I'd say if it's right now or one more quick sweep to the lows, I do believe we are starting to bottom out and we're going to go for a secondary high before it's all over. I don't think the cycle is going to last much longer, right? I think people think it might last to the end of 2025. I'm still on the side of no. Q1 of 2025 is probably where the high is going to come in. So I would expect similar to last cycle, right? If we're just comparing this on a fractal basis, we go ahead, have this correction that sweeps the lows, and then we have one more rally up to make a secondary high on a higher time frame bearish divergence, and that is where you enter full distribution and then fail, and who knows how long this distribution would last, or if it is going to fractal this exactly, right? We could potentially go up for a more blow off top and then just fail after that. That's definitely on the table. I would say, if we do go ahead and make this secondary high, we're just going to be looking for the same top indicators that were already in place when we made this first high here, such as meme coins running, crypto apps at the top of the app store, your mom and dad asking you about crypto, as well as it being on the news everywhere. So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts right now. I think we're going to bottom in this area, go for a secondary high, and then somewhere in this range, maybe $100,000 to $150,000. Who knows really where the top would come in, but we would see a bit of distribution and then go ahead and fail at that point, and that's when the top actually does come in for the whole market. And at that point, we should see more euphoria, more risk taking in those smaller cap assets across the board, which we haven't quite seen. We definitely do see a lot of memes running to crazy market caps, but we haven't seen any huge meme plays of the cycle like we did last time with Doge and Shiba and Floki. Nothing's really done what they did. So that's kind of the main thing I'd be keeping an eye out for. What's going to be that big catalyst in the meme coin sector to go ahead and mark the top. So yeah, that's that. Kind of just a guessing game at the moment. Not too much we can do on a charting basis here, other than just wait to see if volume does get reclaimed, to see if those fibs do get reclaimed. I would say I like structure right here, right? So if we do go ahead and march on up, reclaim that volume, I'd say the low is probably in. But would I necessarily be trading off of that thesis? No. If I was going to take a long position, I'd just be patient, wait to see if all of this gets taken out, because these aren't the best lows ever. So if I'm a trader, I'm waiting, see if that happens, but I'm definitely not going to short this area because there's a very solid chance we do just reclaim and go for another high. Wouldn't be surprised either way. Let's go ahead and talk about some order flow real quick, because I think some of this is a little bit interesting, because we talked about bottom shorts being a catalyst for, well, the bottom coming in, and we do actually see a lot of that. As we came down here, we see a lot of open interest coming up. That's positions opening in the market, and then CVD is coming down, so those positions are opening up short into the lows, and they are now trapped as price comes above. So we definitely got that feel to the upside, assuming we can start to go ahead and squeeze those shorts. So overall, this looks fairly bullish, and actually maintaining this higher low in here is bullish as well, because it shows that these shorts are definitely getting absorbed. You have a hidden bull div on your CVD, so lower those on the CVD. Shorts are opening, whereas price is making a higher low, showing that these shorts are getting absorbed by price, and it is a likely bottom coming in there. So yeah, overall, I still have not flipped bearish, but I am on the cautious side, right? I will be looking to potentially flip bearish on another higher high for Bitcoin. Once we get back up above $110,000, we're seeing a lot of fear in the market right now. I'm not going to get bearish when I see fear out there, but I think that sentiment will flip very, very quickly as Bitcoin marches back up to the highs. I'm going to just run through some other charts real quick because we haven't looked at them in a minute. Russell broke back down, but it is holding point of control very nicely. S&P, similar thing, broke back down, but we are holding the daily EMA very nicely. Gold seems to be coming down, which is actually usually a good thing for the risk on assets. Whenever this starts to trade sideways, you have those big blow off tops in the risk on assets. So that could be a signal here that we are entering that risk on phase of the market. Not only that, but the altcoin market looks extremely strong. We did get below this volume, but structurally this does look very nice. I'm sorry, the chart is ridiculous right now. Let me go to the edge identifier there, and you can see, just nice wick to the downside to sweep out a lot of those positions, and then a clean back test of the golden pocket structurally total threes looking pretty good, as well as finally the Bitcoin dominance seems to be rolling over again. And this is something I've been harping on, is that, hey, the top's probably not going to come in until Bitcoin dominance actually rolls all the way down to below around 50%. And this simply could have been a shakeout of a lot of those risk on positions before the true mania phase does take place for a lot of these lower market cap assets, and that's what I'm still betting on. But if you do have any questions about anything I talked about, or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on that gaming channel. If we want to do that, let me know in the comments below as well. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.